David C. is asking, what are your feelings and thoughts about Nebraska bringing back the smash mouth running attack with the fullback and a pro style
They
offense?
are. That's yeah. We hadn't even got to that. We had the chance last week. We heard from Marcus Satterfield and Tony White, the two new coordinators, and yeah, that was the buzz here late last week. Is that you know what, Nebraska's going to run the ball. They're going to have a fullback again, and they're going to have an awesome offensive line, and they're going to go. They're going to huddle. No more of this going up to the line and flap your snap count anymore. Marcus Satterfield's got an old school approach to things, and that was one of the first things he says: "We're going to huddle. We're bringing the huddle back." And he just believes in that philosophy, is because nowadays when teams don't huddle, your quarterback doesn't get a chance to lead. I mean, when is he ever leading and taking charge of things if you don't huddle up and stuff? Like I said, they're clapping their hands for the snap count, and everybody knows a pre-programmed play, and off they go. So I think this is a big time thing. No more of this hurry up. You're going to take your time. You're going to grind things out, and you're going to have a fullback again, which Nebraska fans have been clamoring for forever. Andy Janovich was probably the last successful fullback here to go to the NFL, but then it had been a forgotten position. So, heck, they know how to win games, especially in a league like the Big Ten. You have to control the line of scrimmages and be bigger and nastier than your opponent. And the other thing is that I really got from it, and this comes from Matt Rhule too, is that they all learn too that they're trying to take this, take the blueprint that Nebraska used to be successful at, which we always used to know that Nebraska was the pipeline, which meant the offensive linemen were a pipeline to the NFL. And the way you do that is you recruit Nebraska kids and you develop them. And that's what they're coveting as well. And you see this, in their recruiting class that they're signing, there's a lot of in-state offensive linemen that they have coming here. And, once you get them here into the weight program, in the nutrition and weight program, you turn these guys into monsters. That's what Wisconsin's been doing. Barry Alvarez took that same blueprint from Nebraska and installed it in Wisconsin. Which the funny thing is that now they're going to the air raid offense. So who knows what's going on anymore? But no, I mean, there is just an influx of old school thought here, which all your longtime Nebraska fans that remember the glory days have just been drooling for this whole time, ever since, I don't know. Obviously, Bill Callahan came in here and started running NFL stuff everywhere. But then Bo Pelini kind of came back in and kind of restored things. But ever since Bo Pelini, it's just been it's been just a throw the ball everywhere and don't run it. And I don't know. It's a hard pill to swallow sometimes when you remember how you actually won all these games and all these national titles. And he came out. Marcus Satterfield comes right out and says, "We're going to run the pro style offense. We're going to run the ball. We're gonna play action and throw it off of that." And hey, I love it. I think all Nebraska fans love it. And then on the flip side too, when you got Tony White, you're talking to him that he turned the Syracuse defense into a monster unit, And we all know that they've already announced they're gonna do the 3-5-5, which is cool. They're bringing back the rover spot, which Mike Minner was a legend at doing. I played that position when I played high school football. So that's going to be awesome to see too. And a lot of people have been upset about that, but we're going to see how it comes. I mean, look at all the edge rushers they've been recruiting in this class. So there's a lot to look forward to and see how this all meshes together once they start spring practice here.
So most everybody else is going in the other direction, or they made that decision a long time ago to go in the other direction, meaning from pro style to more spread and RPO concepts and read zones and all that. But you mentioned Wisconsin. It's going to be strange watching them work out of the spread all the time and spread 4 and 5 out all the time, and to approach it that way, because that's just not their DNA. But heard Barry Alvarez say, I leave it up to Luke Fickell. He's the new guy in charge, and we trust him. You wonder if Matt Rhule's going this direction because he just believes that he can recruit more players to fit this system.
That's got to have something to do with it, obviously. Yeah. But I think he's going with what he knows that works. That's the bottom line. He looks at this conference, and obviously it's a little bit different than the other conferences that he's coached in. But, I think, in the NFL, being in the NFL a couple of years too, teaches you a little something as well. So, I think he looks at where he's situated and where he can recruit the best, and how he can add a roster, put together a roster that fits his style and his philosophy. So it's a work in progress for sure, but they're doing pretty well. And you have to remember too that he's still only got 7 out of 8 coaches. We're probably expecting a linebackers coach to be named here coming up sometime later this week. It's down to about 3 candidates, and a couple of these guys just got done, coaching in the NFL for the Panthers. So we'll hear something here coming up. So you don't have to speculate about that much longer.